giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby, and twist myself at the spine. Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just twist your body and mine. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of.
What's up, y'all? What is up? I was going to sit outside with Miss Biddy, but I haven't been feeling good, and those dogs last night were scary. Like they have a lot of pit bulls coming and going. And she's in her buggy even, and they even knew with her barking they can't control their dog. They were like, "Man," real calmly, because they fucking knew they got an animal. They were like, "Man," I looked up, I opened that door. What's going on with y'all? I thought I'd do a quick. I wanted to say a few things. So, this show is not for kids. And it's 420 friendly. And it's an open panel. I managed to go over, I was able, even while live, to go put the link in. Oh, I don't know if I pinned it though. Oh, it's probably my comment. Yeah. All right. Yep, it's there. Okay, so yeah. All right, I got it on the comments. I got the phone laying down, so I'll check the comments in a minute. I'm lounging. I'll see if a few more people come in. Well, I'll just leave this up for a little while. I'll just say it quick. Um, I'll be talking for an hour or less, unless somebody joins. And I forgot, y'all, about the other thing about the basement and stuff. Why has it got to be so complicated? All right, to the good stuff. I noticed I put a link on my community tab. Jedi's going live in the morning. That makes it so much easier. And I should do that. And I hate giving people advice when I have, like, there are things I don't even do. I wish I did schedule my shows ahead of time or whatever. I just do them sporadically as I feel like it. I just fit them in. But for those people who are able to keep a schedule, that's what I say about truck drivers. They can keep a schedule. They can keep a damn good schedule. I'm the complete opposite. Anyways, that being said, Jedi is going live like at 6 a.m. So there's that going on. And I figured Crust will probably go live, or someone from that crew, House or Crust. And got to see his tattoo. It's a pretty cool one. Pretty cool one. Let's see. Street Ghost. Hey, what's up? I don't know if you... Did I give you... Oh, I know I gave you a wrench, I think. Teddy Spaghetti. I wonder if I can do it from StreamYard. On my phone. I'm not used to streaming from my phone. No. This has other stuff. I think I can go... Oh, you know what? That's another thing to talk about. Have y'all noticed the live chats have been disappearing? I think that it's when you create the show, you have to go in YouTube, and then not in hold on. I'm not, hold on. Are you You have to go into. Is someone in the basement? Because if you are and I don't see you, I'm on my phone. I don't know how guests pop up here. How do they? It seems like I'd hear a noise or something. Anyways, if you want your live chat to show, it's not like where the regular edit is. It's where the other thing is. I forget what it's called, but it's where you do like subscribers only. You and it has live chat there. Are you gonna take a fat dump on Corey Daniels? What? I just saw that. I'm sorry. I'm laying here dabbing. I smoked. I had some soup and then I smoked a fat dump on Corey Daniels. Mm, I don't think he'd care. Corey Daniels is Corey. I don't know him. I was on a panel with him once, and that's it. I heard some about him. I don't think I've ever watched one of his shows. Ever. Maybe clips or something. Like if somebody put him in, like re-edited him into something. I don't like him. He seems very angry. Sorry, I'm drinking some tea. He's very angry. A hot Carl. What's a hot Carl? What are y'all doing? Hey, Siren. I don't know. Maybe there's some. Maybe I'm missing part of the conversation. Street ghost. Yeah, it's black outside. He was really like. It reminded me of when I worked for the power company one time. I used to have to figure out people's problems, and they would be like one-off stuff, right? So I got a hold of this lady. I finally got her power on, and it was like way out in the fucking. She lived out. I don't know. I googled it. It was like the middle of fucking nowhere, and um, she must have raised hell because she did finally got a hold of me. And when I come to my desk, that was my job. Get it done. Period. Anyway, I got it on. Had to call her. She was like, "You saved my life." I was like, "Well, I'm glad I could, but you're all good." She's like, "There's coyotes out there, and I've been having to fend off for myself." Like she went in this big long thing about being in the dark, and I felt for her, but I'm like, "Well, it's on now." I just kind of let her go on, but it was dark outside. She was afraid. She was probably twice Corey's age, and she was just rolling with it. She wasn't that animated, but hey, maybe it's darker where he's at. I don't know. I got so much cleaning to do. Oh man, ain't even funny. It's another advantage of not having to answer to anybody. But of course, it's never good, huh? It always puts you in a better mental state when things are neat and tidy. Yeah, she was really scared, and it was really important for her to get that because it was a pole that had its own meter and all that stuff. People in the rich areas, I'm sure it's not just Dallas, but when they put up those Christmas lights, those neighborhoods you go to where they have like it's all out, you buy hot cocoa and pack the kids up and they have sleigh rides and all that. They actually get like a temporary T-pole just for their Christmas lights. Just for their Christmas lights. I'm like, damn. All right. Well, yes, Corey Daniels. He was scared. What do I know about Corey Daniels? He grew up in the country. I learned that from Jesse's last stream. He's no stranger to 20 feet overpasses. And knows people who can analyze flat tires. And hey, it's all good. We all have our own interests, you know. We all have our own thing. And does he live off grid? I don't know. I don't really understand it. And if he lived that close to like where Cappy died, like it's just I don't know. I don't want to know. Like I don't even know. Like was he swinging by or something? Or is just seems like he's real close by. If he knew him that well, I'd be like, why was he staying at a motel? Why don't you say, hey buddy, come on over? I'd tell my friend. Damn, he couldn't even fix a flat tire. He was down out, fucking busted, broke. I'd be calling my friend, being like, hey, I'm in a bad way. I need a bed for the night. I mean, he just stayed a night, right, or something. Did he live at the hotel? I don't know. I don't fucking know. David Schurter did a video about who? Let me see. Yeah, she lived by herself out in the country. In the dark. It was dark outside. She really needed me. Corey, you need me to hook you up with some power. I'm laying on my blanket. Biddy's on the other side of me. I don't know. I heard bad things about that dude, David Schurter. I never watched him. I thought he was like part of a LARP, but is he supposed? That's where it gets a problem, huh? When the journalist becomes part of the story. So I don't understand him. I don't understand the Timothy Homestead stuff. Like I don't know. Lots of times I don't want to. I'm like, it's too much like citizen involved. I mean, look, we got like what's his name? General Flynn tweeting around with like Defengo and or mentioning them even knowing them, right? It's like what the fuck? Then I went and I looked up core seats just today, and I think it was a tweet from Jay on, as a matter of fact. I think I retweeted it. It was like, yeah, the gig is up, man. The gig is up. Q is like, who knows? And all these people that were trusting the plan and stuff, like, where are they? They are LARPing around. We have a United States General that is LARP. You know he's been LARPing. He's LARPing with that. It's all a big honeypot. Now he's all. Oh yeah, that's the news. I just happened to catch it, but now he's actually tweeting saying, "Oh, Q is a psyop." Meanwhile, there's all these pictures. I was looking at him with that Q quilt. Him and Roger Stone taking the Q pledge. Oh, and now, yeah, now they're all like, um, Jan, I want you to look at a picture of a watch. I don't know what that's about, but and a pen. Oh yeah, yeah. Wasn't that part of the breadcrumbs? Oh, are you trying to get me to bake something? You want me to bake you a snack? bake you some, bake you some cube breads. Oh yeah, and they're bringing up Tracy Beans again. Tracy Beans. See, I remember watching Hoax actually during that time because it was Roy Potter drove some people absolutely insane. Roy Potter, Tracy Beans, what's his name? Unirock, Defango. See, I didn't know anything about any of these people. That's how I got myself in trouble. Met up with those bad ones. I met up with those wrong ones. Well, you live and you learn, right? You live and you learn. Yeah, who Roy Potter? What? Yeah, and then what happened? Then Roy Potter was yelling, "Member," and I wanted to figure out how he made that video. Um, Hoax Wars with Roy Potter's. It was like a cartoon, and Roy Potter started yelling at Q, Q. I was like, hmm. No, yeah, he was trying to debunk it, and then you know who with her knitting needles got was meddling around. I'm trying to be nice, and because here's the thing, the larpers are larping, they're dropping names, they're listening. Oh, did we get a reaction? All that shit's going on, and I'm just not into it right now. I'm just stoned, and there was that show, and then oh yeah, because it's Saturday night. So Jedi's going at like early in the morning. He keeps odd hours, but I do too. So that's how I was catching him all the time. But and that last show he did, that's when I got that link, so that sometimes you'll get a little snippet of something good in there. And I got that link to that video that's on my community tab. That's over in Odyssey. Yeah, because now, hello, General Flynn. Okay, so not General Flynn. Peter Thiel is on again, off again. I guess FBI agent, and he's a citizen of New Zealand, and now he's looking for citizenship somewhere else. Like he has citizenship in a few countries, but there's all this Bitcoin stuff going on, and people going to jail, and people and you know. General Flynn coming out now and saying, "Oh, it's a psyop," like, "Oh, it's just a sick joke or something," right? Yeah, and I forget who does this who the that Odyssey clip. I should remember, but I'm not at my computer, but I'm pretty good. I like to at least give the person credit. And I was working on my sound a little bit while I ate my soup dinner because my stomach's upset. I think I may have fixed it. I don't know. I'll test it later. Chuck Johnson. Why am I not, why is Chuck Johnson not ringing a bell? You know Chuck Norris. Well, I know you're not talking about Chuck Norris, but he his studios. Okay, where Glenn Beck Studios are now, that used to be where Chuck Norris basically could say owned it. I don't know who owned it, but he filmed out of it, and he probably I don't know. I don't know if anyone else famous did. I never researched it that much, but anyways, I used to have my lunch at SBC. You know, the parent company of what was then Southwestern Bell. They had a campus for like learning and stuff. I used to jot over there on my lunch hour, and they had these really good chefs in there. Anyway, the studios are right next door. Like we used to Southwestern Bell, SBC, whatever, used to rent the studios to do like big promotion stuffs when they had to do training things. Anyway, so I was in there. When you first walk in, they have a replica of the Oval Office. So it's just kind of interesting to know that, you know, there's shit like that out there. There's people who could just, these LARPs that people are pulling with green screens and saying they're here and there, and there's all these people. It's just kind of freaky now, knowing how, you know, how editing can be done. I don't trust any of them either. I kind of just watch them and see what's going on, but then you don't know who you're watching. Oh, the let me put that on the screen. Charles Johnson. Oh, he's in the shadows. Good to know. And as you know, here's the thing is basically, let me just put it in a nutshell because nobody here wants to hear the drama. But I have some creeps that hang around. And whenever I talk about these things, they nip me into the story. I've covered pedophiles, and then suddenly I'm working with the pedophile. I've covered other stories, and then suddenly, you know, I covered other stories anyways, and I'm either with it or whatever, and I get doxxed to the people all the way up to like El Chapo. So I'm like, I'm always a little leery, but I'm just like, fuck it, because I mean, and these are by people, nut jobs. I'm not going into it. So Charles Johnson, Mega 3X connection, Clearview AI. Wasn't Clearview, didn't it used to be like a telecom company too? I'll tell you what else too I haven't looked up in a while is Amdocs and see what the hell they got going on. There's some spooky ones. I worked with them for like 5 years. Like I had to work with them, but you didn't ever see them. Like I saw a few of them, but I mean I didn't take pictures or nothing. We were just out smoking cigarettes. But they kind of kept to themselves. I didn't like just they're weird, man. That outfit is spooky. They be messing shit up. I come in and all my shit would be messed up. I'd be like, what the hell happened? They'd be like, Amdocs got into those accounts. I'd be like, yeah, I fucked it all up. Yeah, just fuck it. Just, I mean, we got a devil's comet coming. We got threats of nuclear war or whatever, I mean, I'm so serious with these people that they're like, they try to be part of the news. They actually try to be like part of things they're not part of and they don't know anything about. And then they want to poke around and they hear bits and pieces of what I say and they like knit me into it. Anyway, and I use the term knit purposefully. But anyway, I think we'll probably have another monsters winter or something. Seems like, I mean, when have we had a normal, like, or just like easy time of it season? Has anybody really? There's like a lake and wildflowers now in the Death Valley. It'll dry up and I guess it's salt water, but anyway. I'm gonna look that up. Deal and the Maga 3X connection. Yeah, and then oh yeah, something else was said over at Jesse's too about um I'm not, I forget if I heard it at Jesse's or not, but anyways, it was like kind of, I think it was Corey or somebody was asking Corey about Epstein. They were like, "Oh, hey, wasn't it how close in time was it between Cappy's death and Epstein getting arrested? Like, why don't you just come right out? I mean, how long has it been? I mean, why don't do you put one of those mind maps together? I don't know. I'm just kind of like, I don't know. Recreate yourself, maybe, Corey. But there, he has an audience. They have a following. Cappy's still a big thing. Actually, is it big? I don't know. Is it big or is it socks? I don't really know. Because there was a lot of socks involved, I believe, in all that, wasn't there? Wasn't there like a lot of? I mean, I'd put money on it. There was. I think it was pushed. Absolutely do. Anyway, let's see. He is who's taking credit doing. Yep. Wow, that's crazy. Thank you. I'm going to look that up. I heard that Clearview somewhere too just recently. Clearview AI. I don't know. I don't know. Like somebody asked it. I want to say, Cyrene, what does Cappy and Epstein have to do with each other? I think someone, if I remember right, somebody asked uh, from the chat over at Jesse's or somewhere, and they were like, "How long after Cappy died was Epstein arrested?" And Corey knew, and 2 weeks, 2 weeks. I was like, "Damn, that's a lot of emotion." There was a lot of emotion there, and so maybe he is talking about it, and I don't know. Maybe he's showing timelines and stuff, but for how long can you look at those? Okay, and I mean, who's going to do something? Who's going to, like, I don't know. What do you do? I have no idea. What are his parents doing? Are they just like, oh, I don't know. I don't know what to say about any of it. It's sad. It's sad. And some people are saying that he's an informant too. What if he didn't die and he's ratted them all out? It's going to be real dark outside that night. It's going to be real dark outside. uh, Again, conspiracy theories. Conspiracy theories. Because, oh, as a matter of fact, I was just listening to a Cappy, that interview that Betty Washam did with Cappy. Somebody recorded the chat and everything, and actually, I think I saved um that link. Can't think. Yeah, what if that's really what happened? Now, that person didn't really show any concrete evidence or proof of what they were saying, just some little snip things. That Corey is an informant. I mean, not Corey, not Corey. Cappy. Cappy's an informant. Like, he didn't really die. He became an informant uh, because of the Pizza Q stuff. Hey, what if he's microchip? What if he's microchip? No, microchip's probably a mole kid. Trained from the time of birth, drinking on some mole milk up there in Mars. Oh yeah, and I was checking out Corsi today on he's twittering. I thought he passed away. Hell no, he's what is he pushing? Mm, I forgot. Some conspiracies. Um I don't know why I thought he passed away. You think he committed suicide, Sammy? He may have. I was listening to Corey's. I mean, if I, yeah, why would you just jump 20 feet? And I mean, he was like 6 feet tall, right? I don't know. I don't know. And I didn't know two dudes were with him or whatever, and um, I don't know, be kind of a freak accident, I guess. Well, microchip goes way back, like, well, I guess the beginnings of Q, huh? And uh, he's spilling the beans on several operations, and now you have the very top, right? Who's General Flynn, or one of the very top, and he's coming out saying, basically, he's turning and he's saying, "Oh, it's a psyop." So I'm like, he diver flipped himself off the overpass. I don't know, but it was a pretty good sized truck that hit him or something, and I don't know what the speed limit. I don't know all that stuff. And again, it's sad. And but when I looked at like the accident scene and stuff, I was like, I was kind of surprised at some of the, and I saw those over on Jedi's. Like, somebody was there interviewing them. Was it Corey? Like, sometime kind of close to the time of the accident, And anywhere I've been around, they'll be like, "Here's my card. Just stand back. The report will be written up." But they let them poke around, and oh man, I think the Cappy's body was like still there. So I don't know. I don't know. It's very peculiar, is what it is. And I'll tell you something else. None of the equipment really looked. I don't know, but it was out in the middle of nowhere. It just didn't look very. Kind of looked like a B-rated movie or something. Micro snitch. He's snitching out all those secret groups. Let's see. The man who started Q lasted a week and he turned up dead. Then it was taken over. Oh. Is it Cappy? Or is there someone? Because there's several dead people. Isn't there? And there's several missing in action, like from this community, right? Becky resurfaced, which I was glad, even though I don't know, that was a really bad time of it. But she, I'm just glad when people are, alive, because a lot of us are having health issues, and I won't go into that. Oh, he'd been hanging around in that area. I wasn't sure because Shark Belly Kelly picked him up at the LA airport, right? I don't know. Maybe she drove all the way out there. I think she had to like borrow a car and stuff. I don't know because, it wasn't like, I don't know. I don't know the specifics of it. But there is a family and they're still tweeting and stuff. And they hold those little Twitter, what did you call it? Little podcast things. Um, I don't know. I only talked to her that one day, and she came on the show. Then she came on the other day, but she just wanted to. She's the one actually who told me about that Ammon Bundy clip being. She just get. Sometimes people just give me news clips, so she just wanted to give me a news clip, and then she hasn't been able to come back around. I guess whatever. There's no other way to contact her, whatever. Actually, I think she gave me her Facebook, and I said okay, but I didn't connect up with her. Yeah, she seems to be like coherent. Yeah, he was Cappy was homeless and like down on his luck. And I did ask Sharp Belly Kelly if there were drugs involved, and she said no. And she even said one time they were hanging out or whatever, and it was her and some other girl. They left like a joint or something on the counter or something. They'd smoked some and they told him it was there or whatever. Anyways, he didn't touch it or want anything to do with it. Like even he wasn't even into that so much. So yeah, he looked really rough. And remember, he choked Paris Jackson. Why did he choke her? Was it a publicity stunt or what? And she is hunting the New World Order. She has said that on interviews before. And so I don't think she is. I don't know. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for coming, Cyrene. And if you're still listening or whatever, yeah, I don't know. I also, yeah, I recorded that because I heard Becky over on Scotty's. I don't know. Some new stuff is starting, and it's drama and ugliness and whatever. I mean, again, there's other people I'm around, and now rumors are being started that I'm supposedly with Hoax Wars or these other ones, whatever. They're always concerned about what I do. Anyway, I'm not even gonna. Okay, that's cool. You're listening. You'll just notice that it's the whole isolation. bully isolation games or whatever. And I'm just so, they're just so yesterday and so old. You know what I mean? It's like so gross. Oh, here's somebody. It did make a little noise. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is there a comment? I'm bringing you on. Oh, wait. Hold on a minute. Wait a minute, guys. Hold on, guest. I'll be back. Let me see if there's a private chat. Okay, yes. Oh, it's okay. Okay. Speaking of the devil, oh, let me see if let's see. Yeah, she's still there. Here she is. Oh, oh, okay. I see your Facebook now. See, I wasn't on my phone before. I see when I go. I see it back here. Okay, I see what it is. Okay. Wait a minute. Let me take a screenshot because my memory. Then she'll be like, "Why didn't you get hold of me?" Here you go. Here's Becky.
Hey, I heard you were with Hoax Wars. Is that true? No.
Yeah,
I heard it as I was
psyop.
coming
Yeah,
on backstage.
Arby's Department of Horsey Sauce. Teddy Spaghetti. Yes, yeah. I just pick up the little details about Cappy. I don't know nothing about him. Yeah, that was being said in another chat tonight. That nobody watches anyways, so it's like whatever, say whatever. I don't care.
Yeah.
Wherever I go, it's like, oh my god.
There's a couple of them that seems to be tagging names somewhere in the description. So when you type up certain channels, because I'm not subbed to anybody, so I have to type them in, and
Yeah,
just certain live streams come up that aren't theirs.
yeah. They're putting it in the SEO.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they're playing SEO games, so whatever. Make me famous. Cyrene says hello and she hopes you're well. Put it on the screen there.
I'm doing much better, thank you. And hello, Cyrene. Yeah, the other day, our truck had the mechanic had called back and they got it fixed. And then I got on the phone with my mom, was talking about the squirrels, and I forgot I was.
The squirrels. Remember that one that wouldn't let me build my gazebo?
Yeah, stalked me in.
I'd go out my door to be like puffing its little arms and like curling its.
That one that was
Uh,
out front, it just like stood there like me. Is that
I
thing in
know
camouflage or what?
it was staring me down. I'd be like, damn. And then every time I'd get part of that gazebo put up, it'd tear it down.
And then you spent all that fucking time and the first windstorm.
I know. I sat and I loved it so much. I loved it for like 2 days.
I want to get one here, but the reason why we don't is, like my husband said, it wouldn't withstand the wind and stuff. Unless we got like one a heavy set, wood one or bolted something to the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, and I needed like just a screened in room. My friend had one, and I really and it there was nothing to it. I mean, even with the screens, what she put up, of course, back in the day it was an old house, so they were glass. But you know those little things like how you put a mirror on the wall? It's just a screw with a little thing that goes over the
Yep.
lip of the. Yeah, that's all during the wintertime. How the windows would be put back in with like a wing nut. Actually, it wasn't one of those, but they just used a wing nut.
I had I don't know what they used to call them, vanities or something like that, an antique dresser with an octagon shaped mirror, and I always had to tighten those screws all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, they come loose, but they look really nice when they're
Yeah.
flush to the wall. I kind of like, depends on the decor. So what's going on? Got any news?
No. The only thing I was going to tell you yesterday, it wasn't really news. Was it yesterday? I can't remember now. Been
I
doing
don't know.
But was you know how I watch um, horse shows all the time and horse videos. I
Yeah.
mean, like that's a good part of what I watch and horse training shows, and I watch all these different channels so they pull up all the time, and I save them in my favorites. And so I was watching yearling stuff, and then the Bundy Ranch pulled up.
How funny.
Yeah, yeah. After all these years, and it pulled up, and I clicked on it, and it
Excuse me.
said something like yearlings and green horses or something like that, and the horses are bucking. Okay, I just had a beef because if you watch this freaking thing, these dogs are literally biting the cattle. They're not hurting the cattle. They are attacking the cattle.
Mm.
I had to click off of it. It just perturbed me because I watch all these horse videos and animal channels, and all of them's got different kinds of livestock and all this. And when you herd up cattle like
Yeah.
the shepherds do and stuff, it, they herd. These dogs were going with teeth at the cattle.
That's horrible. Yeah, you got
Yeah,
a link to it. I can't play it here because I'm on my turning my thing
yeah,
up.
yeah.
I'm on my
It's not
phone.
like no blood or anything like that. It just everything about them just keeps turning me the wrong way. And then I saw that and I was like, another reason why I don't like these people. You know what I mean? Was just I watch all these channels with bison and all this where they're herding cattle and buffalo, and I've never seen something like that. Not with the dogs. Okay,
Close
it's in your
running towards them. Oh, can you hear me?
now I can.
Oh, sorry. I must have lost my mic down there. Oh, hold on.
It's called
Let me see. Oh, there it is. Okay.
yeah. I'm going to say it out loud so that if anyone wants to clip on it. But it's 2 days ago.
I can
Roping
copy it.
yearling mavericks. Yeah. Okay. I don't even like how the green horses are bucking out there and stuff. I mean, a buck or two, yeah, but they just bronc ride these horses. Okay, you learn a partnership with the horse as you train a horse. You no longer break
Oh,
horses, and that's what they're doing in here. Basically, is breaking them by letting them bronc it out. The horses too. I just all old school. I don't like it.
trying to
Betty,
see.
you're gonna make my chihuahuas bark.
Post comment. I know. She's in the front room too. It's making me wonder. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna put it in the chat for y'all. Yeah, those dogs are like they. I've never even seen one get close to, not even nipping, not even touching.
These are barking. Teeth are showing as they're going at the cattle.
Yeah,
That's
I've
what.
never even seen a. Yeah, I've even never seen a hoarder dog even bark.
No, they may bark, but they usually scooch down, lower to the ground, and they listen to their owner. Or even if they don't, if it's not one that listens to the owner, the natural instinct is to herd, not to bite.
Yeah, you know how they put those blind, like they stay in that little blind spot where it spooks them. They just enough to where it's like you need to get on.
Yeah,
It's like animal language.
and they're yelling at the dogs, "Get out of here!" I mean, like it's like why bring these? I'm sorry, but it just the animal lover, horses and dogs at that. It's like, oh my gosh, why bring green horses to go out here and get your cattle and bring dogs with their teeth that you got to scream that's not going to listen to you, that you got to scream to get off your cattle and get out of there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check real quick and see what she's barking at. Because
Okay, I'll
that
hold it
well,
down.
hold on, I can see from right here. I got my porch light comes on now. This window. I don't see anything. Oh, that one night, that one dude came to my bedroom window. I was like, "What in the holy fuck?" That dude spooks me.
What?
Yeah, he was my next door neighbor. Yeah, he moved away. He knows. I done told him. I even see you on my property.
Was that
You're
a
done.
long time ago?
Yeah, it was when like
Okay.
right after I first moved here.
Yep, I
Come here,
remember now. Yep.
hold on, come here. Oh my God.
Okay,
We're
last night you were out on the porch.
yeah. And what?
Betty had my dogs going like crazy.
I know that's why I try to mute it, because when other people and that in the ring, the little ring chime, she knows
Yeah.
that. Yeah, she'll bark if she hears that noise. Biddy, she's wanting me to look at whatever's out here. Well, let's take a look.
Yep. Something's
Like
bugging her.
I'm going to pick her up to put her back into bed, and she's like running from me and coming out here and looking at the door. Ain't nobody there.
It's probably a squirrel
Cat in
or
the
a cat.
trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got my parents worried. I've got everyone worried because, the last 2 months squirrels are so active. Now everyone's worried that their cars are going to have their wires eaten. It ended up to be like
Oh shit.
$570, so it could have been worse.
Well, hopefully they did it right. And that damn though. Yeah, and there's something like in those wires that are like some kind of it's sweet to them, I was told, or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and they also like the insulation of it off the wires. That's a lot of them use the insulation.
Well,
We
how
were
could
supposed
you?
to go to the other property this weekend, so that put a big damper in that, but oh well.
We had a problem with mice and with raccoons in Dallas.
Oh yeah,
In Dallas, I was like, "What?"
raccoons are big problems in large cities. Like
Yeah,
people put bricks and everything on top of their garbage, and they still get into them.
yeah, they were in the attic. They were in the whole family of them, and I was like, "What in the hell?" I mean, that house is like, it's by a green belt, so it has all this nature stuff. Anyway,
The big thing is never keep cat food or dog food or scraps laying around in your garage if that's where you put your vehicle. But a
that's yeah,
couple of hints is they say dryer sheets, mothballs, and
yeah.
shavings of
So
Irish dish soap. Yep.
yeah,
But
I
girl, I'm
you.
gonna hop off here. I
Oh,
wanted to
okay.
give you that link the other night or the other day, and I forgot to. And then I came in here and I hung out while I played euchre. You had your hangout still going, but I stayed like 20 minutes playing euchre, a couple games of
Oh,
euchre, and then I hopped out. I figured she done forgot and went to bed and just left her StreamYard
I probably did. Yeah, I
up.
probably did. All right.
All right.
Well,
Have a
thanks
good
for
one.
coming. All right.
All right. And
Bye.
you got my
Oh,
Facebook now.
yeah, I got it.
All right. Bye.
All right. Take care. Bye.
You too.
Write it up. Put it in the next script. Or for the next episode of, I don't even know what I would call it. I've thought about doing some fantasy writing. What are they calling it now? Sci-fi. And we have quite the new characters. One in particular. I'm just like amazed. They find this and they're like, they think they have found media gold. And I'm like, yeah, no, actually. And so that's the one part where I feel for these people. Betty, what's going on with you? Something's going on with you. You did something. Um anyway, so they find it and then I mean, we've got port explosions, stolen patterns. Um uh the other port was closed down, right? The port of Charleston. QAnon, pizza people. I guess basically that's the Cappy thing, right? Was he not basically like kind of the face of Pizzagate? You know, he rolled out like right at the same time. Anyway, What are we at? We're almost at an hour. I didn't even think I'd go this long. I just really wanted to. Seems like there was two things, and one was Jedi show in the morning, and then another one was somebody else. Maybe I was thinking about just be sure and give Crest a shout out. He's probably live right now. That's what I need. Music and get back to my games or whatever. Or go to bed early so I can make Jedi stream in the morning. Who knows? Unless somebody else. What is it? Oh, today's Saturday night, right? So Jesse won't be going live. Maybe this Hoax was going live early in the morning too. Huh. Seems like the last time I caught him live, it was like early in the morning. I don't know. I'm very eclectic. So I watch all kinds of stuff. Mostly like kind of off-grid living and stuff and cooking. I don't know. This stuff is just weird. It just keeps coming back and coming back. But I have been, oh yeah, Betty, TC Boggs gave an update and left a link on Betty Washam. Remember she come, oh yeah, and that's what I found last night. Because I was like, hey, wanted to brush up on what that deal was with Betty and Cappy. Remember? And then Betty wasn't going to let him steal her show. Oh no. So she kind of got onto him a little bit. Anyways, it'll be interesting to look back and see who was in that chat. Let's see what I got back here. That concludes this broadcast. Y'all have a good one.